Hello my self-motivated friends. Welcome to our 11th lecture on the topic of admission of a partner. Today I am going to solve the 7th question. So let us quickly go to our 7th question. These are the earlier questions and their solutions which we have already completed. And yes, this is the 6th question. Great. This is the 7th question. Nice question. This question is having various new points. And most important thing is this adjustment number 6. Totally new adjustment. I'll require your full concentration on this problem now. So let me disappear from the screen and let us concentrate on the question. The balance sheet of Bhavesh and Chandra, who share profits and losses in the ratio of 3:1 as at 31st of March 2018 was as under. Creditors: workmen compensation reserve, general reserve, Bhavesh capital, Chandra's capital. Bank, debtors less RDD, bills receivable, stock, land and building, goodwill. Now while reading the balance sheet you must have seen that there are two items for which in the earlier problems also we had paid extra attention. One was general reserve. It was transferred by us to the old partners capital account in their old profit sharing ratio. And one was existing RDD, which we had kept it in mind for the purpose of finding out what must be the entry or what must be the amount for journal entry or ledger entry and what is the amount to be written in the balance sheet. So those two items are anyway there and the treatment is exactly same whatever we have already solved in previous 6 questions. But I would like to draw your attention to two new points which are appearing in the balance sheet which we had never seen in the earlier questions. One is workmen compensation reserve on the liability side and goodwill on the asset side. In all the 6 problems which we had solved earlier, goodwill adjustment was always there. But existing balance sheet never had goodwill. In this problem, we already have some goodwill in the old balance sheet, and we have something called as workmen compensation reserve in the old balance sheet. Now, what is workmen compensation reserve? Sometimes you are working in factories. You are not just a trading concern, but you are a manufacturing concern, or you are sending your workers with the goods at your customer's place in vehicles. In that case, it may so happen that while working in the factory, some accidents may take place, or while the employees are taking the goods to the place of the customer, while in transportation, some accidents may take place and the employees may suffer. If the employees are meeting with an accident either in the factory or on the road while transporting the goods, it is the duty of the firm, it is the duty of the business to compensate them for the losses which they may suffer. So if at the last moment when an employee is suffering a loss, if you are required to arrange the cash, there is a chance that the firm may not have the necessary resources. So to avoid such contingency, to avoid shortage of funds at the last moment, what the business may do is every year whenever there is a profit, instead of transferring entire profit to the partner's capital account credit side in their profit sharing ratio, the firm may specify that let me create a reserve, a dedicated reserve. This reserve is not for the purpose of partners, but this reserve is basically for the purpose of meeting any contingent liability which may arise on account of accidents which may take place in the day-to-day activities of the business. So this reserve is not a past undistributed profit which belongs to the partner, but this reserve is more or less like a provision which is created for future expenses which may happen. So it is obvious that it should be treated as a liability only, it should not be treated as a reserve. So the treatment of general reserve and treatment of workmen compensation reserve is not same. General reserve will be transferred to old partners capital account in their old profit sharing ratio. On the other hand, workmen compensation reserve will be treated more or less like your other liabilities, for example creditors. So it will go to balance sheet liability side. If there is adjustment, it will go in the inner column. If there is no adjustment, it will go in the outer column. And on the asset side we are having goodwill. There is a special treatment I had discussed in the topic of accounting entries for goodwill, lecture number 4. Those of you who have not seen the lecture, please see the lecture. And in the process of my discussion of this solution, I am going to again refer to it in brief. Let me go ahead now. Alia was admitted on 1/4/2018 for 1/5 share on the following terms. So Alia is admitted, she is a new partner and her share is 1/5. We'll have to find out what is the sacrifice ratio. Next, Alia shall bring rupees 20,000 for her share of goodwill. So there is existing goodwill in balance sheet 42,000. Besides that, Alia is bringing rupees 20,000 for her share of goodwill in cash. If Alia is bringing her share of goodwill in cash, then by default this is considered as premium method, and under premium method we generally consider there are two entries: cash account debit to goodwill account and goodwill account debit to old partners capital account in their sacrifice ratio. So we are going to consider these two entries properly. But sir, what is to be done with this 42,000 rupees goodwill? Yes, I am going to discuss it later. And what have they told you? Alia shall bring rupees 20,000 for her share of goodwill and necessary amount for her share of capital in cash. This is a very important point. They are not telling us the exact amount brought in by Alia towards capital, but they are telling us Alia will bring as much amount as is necessary. Whatever is necessary, that will be brought in by Alia. Next, Anju, an old customer whose account was written off as bad, has paid rupees 400 in cash in full settlement of his dues. So one of the old customer who probably was already written off by us as bad debt, because it is already mentioned whose account was written off as bad. So not probably, it was written off as bad. It is a bad debt. So it is not, this Anju is not hiding in our debtors, because Anju's account is already written off as bad. But now it seems that Anju has felt bad about the same, and Anju has come and paid rupees 400 in cash out of his old account. That old account is not there in our balance sheet because we have already written off the old account of Anju. Still Anju is paying now 400 rupees. We'll have to identify how to pass this entry. Next, the market value of land and building to be taken at rupees 40,000. So bank market value of land and building, original value is 30,000 and new value should be 40,000. So it's a clear case of appreciation by rupees 10,000. Okay. Workman compensation reserve is to be increased by rupees 10,000. Is to be increased by. Okay. That means we are going to consider original workman compensation reserve is 30,000 and it is to be increased by 10,000. So the total will be 40,000. Next, unaccounted accrued incomes of rupees 200 to be accounted for. Okay, this is also good adjustment. Unaccounted accrued income. Accrued income received is not the word, but the word used is accrued income. The capitals of all partners are to be in new PSR, taking old partners total capital as base after adjustment. Actual cash is to be paid off or brought in by the partners for adjusting their capital accounts. So this is the most important adjustment of this problem. We are going to discuss it in detail while solving it. What are we required to prepare? Revaluation account, partners capital account and balance sheet after Alia's admission. Okay, so we are required to prepare revaluation account, partners capital account and balance sheet after Alia's admission. So let us draw the accounts. First one revaluation account, second one partners capital account. Next is balance sheet. Revaluation account 6 to 8 lines, partners capital account 6 to 8 lines, balance sheet 3/4 page, and then working note number 1, calculation of ratios, number 2 is cash account, number 3 is going to be goodwill account, and plus we will have to prepare one additional working note, that is working note number 4, calculation of capital. Working note number 4, calculation of capital. Just a moment. Yes, be quick. You already know how to draw the accounts, so be quick about the same. Working note number 4, calculation of capital. And there are how many partners? There are 3 partners. So we are going to consider 4 lines. Okay, that is 4 columns of amount. The names of the partners are Bhavesh, Chandra and Alia. Bhavesh, Chandra and Alia, and then there is total. Okay, Bhavesh, Chandra, Alia and total. In fact, what I'll do is I will use a separate page for the purpose of this working note. It will be more easy for you to do the same. Just a minute. Let working note number 4 be on a separate page. You may write it in your normal manner, that is not a problem. This is only for my PowerPoint presentation because I am having a limited real estate of the slide. So with whatever is the limited real estate I am having, I am trying to adjust the format. Okay. Yes. Bhavesh, Chandra, Alia and total. Yes. So let us start. I hope you have drawn the formats properly. Let us complete things quickly. First step, चलो एक बार याद करते हैं. Different steps of accounting. What was the first step? Open necessary ledger accounts. We have done the same. Step 2, transfer of assets and liabilities. Partners capital account should be transferred to capital account credit side. Current account is not there. General reserve to be transferred to old partners capital account credit side in old PSR. Bank overdraft is not there. For adjustment, for other liabilities, if there is adjustment, closing balance sheet liability side inner column. If there is no adjustment, closing balance sheet liability side outer column. For asset side, name of the asset बोलता है cash and bank account to be transferred to cash and bank account debit side. Capital account is not there on asset side. Current account is not there on asset side. P&L account is not there on asset side of this problem, so there is no tension. Other assets, if there is adjustment, inner column of asset side, and if there is no adjustment, outer column of asset side. So these are the points to be kept in mind. Let us quickly use these rules for the purpose of our problem. First item is creditors. There is no adjustment for creditors. Okay. Let me write down the observations also. Otherwise it will be difficult for you to understand the problem. These observations are not for exam purpose. These observations are only for you and me. Observations are only for you and me. Be quick. First one, old PSR is equal to 3:1. Do write it down with me. In the notebook all these things should be there. In exam you need not write it. And Alia is admitted for 1/5 share. These observations help you to understand how are we thinking and why are we thinking in a particular manner. Next one, Alia is bringing her share of goodwill in cash. Alia's capital amount is not given. Next one, in the existing balance sheet there is RDD, general reserve, workmen, compensation fund and goodwill and old goodwill. Full stop. RDD has, is there any adjustment for RDD? No, nothing is there. Okay, RDD has no adjustment afterwards. Okay, next, general reserve transferred to old partners capital account credit side in old ratio. Next, point number 8, workmen compensation reserve is transferred to balance sheet just like other liabilities. Okay, next one, treatment of old goodwill I'm going to discuss separately. Next one, partner alias capital and other partners capital is based on adjustment number 6. Okay, so these are the points which we have considered. These are the points which we are required to consider. Okay, chalo. So first one, creditors will go to closing balance sheet liability side, directly outer column, because there is no adjustment in relation to creditors. So I'll go to closing balance sheet liability side. First of all, I'm going to write the name of the partners capital account, Bhavesh, Chandra and Alia. Then I'm going to write creditors, and amount of creditors is how much? Rupees 20,000. So I'm going to write 20,000. Next, workman compensation reserve, directly balance sheet liability side. Workman compensation reserve, balance sheet liability side. Inner column, because there is an adjustment, and amount of old reserve is 30,000. So inner column 30,000. Next one is general reserve, that will go to old partners capital account credit side in old PSR, 24,000 to be divided in old PSR, that is 3:1. So 24,000 divided by 4, that goes to 6,000. So old partners capital account credit side by balance brought down, we'll write this amount afterwards when we'll get it. Currently we are getting by general reserve. General reserve amount is how much? They have told us the amount is rupees 24,000. Amount is 24,000 to be divided by 4, 6,000, and then 6,000 to be multiplied by 3 for Bhavesh and 1 for Chandra. So 6,000 into 3 is equal to 18,000. And for Chandra it is equal to 6,000. Alia will not get any share in the old reserves because she was not a partner when these profits were earned in the past. Next, Bhavesh's capital and Chandra's capital, that is to be considered on the credit side of partners capital account. So partners capital account credit side, Bhavesh amount is rupees 32 and Chandra amount is 28. 32 and 28. Next one, bank 20,000. We have prepared a separate bank account by way of a working note. So we'll write there bank 20,000. They have specifically given the name bank, so I'm changing the name of my working note, bank account, to balance brought down, amount is 20,000. Okay. Debtors 13,000 less provision 1,000, outer column 12,000. There is no adjustment in relation to these debtors. So I can specify first of all bank amount column pending, then debtors. The current amount of debtors is rupees how much? 13,000, and current amount of RDD is 1,000. So I'll write here 13,000. And 1,000. Because there is no adjustment of RDD, that's why I am taking it as it is. So outer column will be 12,000. Next one, bills receivable 10,000. There is no adjustment for bills receivable. First adjustment goodwill, second adjustment old bad debt is now recovered, third adjustment land and building, workman compensation, unaccrued, unaccounted accrued income bus. So no adjustment for bills receivable, no adjustment for stock, there is adjustment only for land and building. Okay, so I'll consider bills receivable inner column, sorry outer column 10,000, and stock outer column 20,000. Bills receivable 10, stock 20. Bills receivable 10, stock 20. Land and building inner column 30,000. And then we'll leave one line for the same. Next point. Goodwill 42,000. We have prepared a separate account for goodwill, so I'll write there to balance brought down. Amount is rupees 42,000. So the first step is complete and second step is also complete. What was our first step? Our first step was open necessary ledger accounts, that is complete. Second step was transfer of assets and liabilities, so that is also complete. Third step is capital brought in by new partner. In this problem, unless we are going to solve the sixth question or sixth adjustment, we can't complete step number 3, because in adjustment number 1, it is told that Alia shall bring 20,000 for her share of goodwill and necessary amount for her share of capital. So despite it being the first adjustment, the amount of goodwill is not given, amount of capital is not given. So I can't consider step number 3 just now. And look at adjustment number 6. The capital of all partners, all partners are to be new PSR, taking old partners total capital as base after adjustment. So unless I'll have to complete other adjustments, all adjustments like bad debt written off, which is recovered again, and land and building value, and workman compensation, and goodwill, and old goodwill, and unaccrued income. So all first 5 adjustments, unless I complete it, I cannot complete 6th adjustment, because 6th adjustment says please consider old partners total capital as a base after adjustment. So unless I consider all the adjustments first, I cannot complete 6th adjustment, and unless I complete 6th adjustment, I cannot find out what is the amount which is brought in by Alia for her share of capital in cash. So in this problem, our third step, capital brought in by new partner, cannot be performed by us. We'll have to directly go for step number 4. Step number 3 we are going to perform, but at the end, not just now. Okay, so step number 4 talks about goodwill. Now about goodwill, this is going to be a little bit tricky situation. Let me consider one more presentation or one more discussion which we had made in the past, that was about entries for goodwill. Here I had mentioned premium method, and then I had mentioned valuation method, in which I have specified goodwill appearing in the old balance sheet. Goodwill appearing in the old balance sheet, which tells you if the goodwill is appearing in the old balance sheet, and new partner is bringing his share of goodwill in cash. I am repeating again, goodwill is appearing in the old balance sheet and new partner is bringing his share of goodwill in cash. In that case, what should we do? The value of goodwill brought in should be new partner's share in firm's goodwill. That is okay, because that is what is told by them. Alia shall bring rupees 20,000 for her share of goodwill. So new partner share is properly given, that is not a problem. Old goodwill we should consider firm's goodwill. So old goodwill is 42,000, that is our firm's goodwill. Ratio should be sacrifice ratio for cash transaction. So this 20,000, which is cash transaction, we are going to consider sacrifice ratio, which we will have to calculate by using our working note number 1. And old ratio for existing goodwill. So this existing goodwill 42,000, we should consider which ratio? Old ratio. And entries will be cash account to goodwill account, the cash brought in by Alia 20,000, goodwill account to old partners capital account in sacrifice ratio, and this is the most important adjustment, old partners capital account debit to goodwill account. Old partners capital account debit to goodwill account. So the existing goodwill of rupees 42,000 will have to be transferred to the old partners in their old profit sharing ratio. Now some of you who are checking all these lectures continuously one after another may remember this question which I had solved, in which I had given the solution in two different ways: solution as per government textbook and solution not as per government textbook. If you remember properly, in this question we have considered that as per government textbook only old partners capital account was debited, but not as per government textbook we have considered all partners capital account. So sir, you had mentioned us that this is alternative treatment which is possible, all partners capital account debit. So in our current problem we should consider which technique? Should we consider the second treatment not as per government textbook? Okay, should we consider first treatment only old partners capital account as per government textbook? To understand this answer or understand the question to this answer, understand the answer properly, first look into the question. This question, for which I had given two different solutions, there is a clear-cut sentence: the goodwill is to be written off after admission of Nachiket. Since it is written off after admission of Nachiket, this second treatment was possible. That is, goodwill is written off against all partners in new ratio. This treatment became possible only because the wording used here is after admission of Nachiket. In our current problem which we are solving, this current problem, nothing is mentioned about old goodwill. In our current problem, nothing is mentioned about old goodwill, and since nothing is mentioned about old goodwill, it will have to be solved according to the technique of goodwill, and the technique of goodwill says that in such case old goodwill should be written off to old partners capital account in their old profit sharing ratio. So in this problem, because the problem is silent, I repeat, because the problem is silent about the treatment of old goodwill, we have no option but to consider compulsorily old goodwill is written off only to the old partners in their old profit sharing ratio. If the problem would have told us that the old goodwill is written off after admission of Alia, I repeat, old goodwill is written off after admission of Alia, then yes, we could have had again two different types of variations or two different types of solutions. In some other problem in future we are going to consider that treatment also. At this moment there is no tension, the problem is silent, so we can ignore the part and we can just follow the rules which are mentioned in our lecture on accounting entries for goodwill. Since the problem is silent, to the extent goodwill is brought in by new partner, entry will be cash account debit to goodwill account, and goodwill account debit to old partners capital account, and thereafter we are going to pass old goodwill to be written off by considering old partners capital account debit to goodwill account. Okay, so that is the amount to be considered. So let us calculate now what are the different things to be done. First one is calculation of sacrifice ratio. Okay, let us go to working note number 1, calculation of ratios. Step number 1, Alia's share is equal to 1/5. Step number 2, remaining balance is equal to 1 minus 1/5 is equal to 4/5. Next, new ratio. Step number 3, new ratio is equal to remaining balance into old ratio, in which we are going to consider first partner is Bhavesh, second partner is Bhavesh, sorry for that, first partner is Bhavesh, second partner is Chandra, and third partner is Alia. Bhavesh, Chandra and Alia. Look at Bhavesh, remaining balance for everybody is 4/5, which is old ratio was 3/4. That goes to how much? 4 into 3 is equal to 12 upon 20. Next one, Chandra. Chandra, remaining balance of the firm was 4/5, out of which Chandra will get 1/4. That goes to 4 into 1 is equal to 4 upon 20. Now let us check, are we fulfilling our promise given to Alia or not? The promise given to Alia was, if we are going to make a profit of 5 rupees, then we'll give you 1 rupee share. but now we have considered the profit is rupees 20. So 1 rupee out of 5 rupees, that means how much out of 20 rupees? Check it out. 12 rupees given to Bhavesh, 4 rupees given to Chandra, so 16 rupees already distributed, remaining are 4 rupees, 4 by 20, and that is correct. 4 by 20 is equal to 1 by 5. So new ratio is 12 is to 4 is to 4. And sacrifice ratio, step number 4, sacrifice ratio is equal to old ratio minus new ratio. Sacrifice ratio is old ratio minus new ratio. So that will be considered as what? First one is Bhavesh. Bhavesh's old ratio was 3 by 4 minus his new ratio is 12 by 20. In that case, first one should be multiplied by 5, that goes to 15 by 20 minus 12 by 20, that goes to 3 by 20. Chandra 1 by 4 minus 4 by 20 is equal to, first one to be multiplied by 5, that goes to 5 by 20 minus 4 by 20 is equal to 1 by 20. Therefore sacrifice ratio is equal to 3:1. I hope everybody has understood the concept. Sacrifice ratio is 3:1. So the first entry which we are going to pass is cash bank account debit to goodwill account, and next entry is goodwill account debit to old partners capital account. How much is the goodwill Alia is bringing? 20,000. So entry will be bank account debit side to goodwill account 20,000, and second effect will be transferred to partners capital account credit side by bank account 20,000. But sir, there is existing goodwill in the balance sheet. Yes, what is to be done with that? We'll consider it a little bit afterwards. There is one more entry to be passed now. This 20,000, whatever we have sold, this goodwill should be transferred to whom? It should be transferred to old partners. In which ratio? Sacrifice ratio. What is sacrifice ratio? 3:1. So entry will be goodwill account debit side to Bhavesh's capital to Chandra's capital to Bhavesh's capital to Chandra's capital. Amount of 20,000 to be divided in the ratio of 3:1. 3 plus 1 is equal to 4. 20,000 divided by 4 is equal to 5,000. 5,000 into 3 is equal to 15,000. This is 15,000 and the second one is 5,000. I hope everybody has understood it. Sir, but that 42,000 is still pending. Yes, I am coming to that. But first of all, complete the adjustment of cash brought in by the new partner towards goodwill. There are two entries, cash or bank account debit to goodwill account, that is completed, and then goodwill account debit to old partners capital account in their old profit sharing ratio. So I'll consider old partners capital account credit side by goodwill. Amount is how much? 15,000 and 5,000. Alia obviously will be considered as dash. And now our discussion tells us third entry to be passed is old partners capital account debit to goodwill account. This is which goodwill? This is the goodwill which is already appearing in the balance sheet. In which ratio? Old ratio. We have already discussed this particular thing. Old goodwill is equal to firm's goodwill. Old goodwill is equal to firm's goodwill, and it will have to be considered as existing goodwill. For that purpose we are going to use old ratio, and it will be old partners capital account debit to goodwill account. If the problem would have told that after admission of Alia goodwill should be written off, then we would have considered probably Alia's account also to be debited. But now it need not be the case, because before admission of Alia we are going to consider it. Sir, where it is mentioned in the problem? It is not mentioned in the problem. In fact, problem is totally silent. our problem of Nachiket, which we had solved, was having a clear instruction that it is after admission of Nachiket. That's why we considered second possibility also. In our current problem of Alia, there is no need to consider any second possibility. There is only one and only single possibility. So there is no difficulty for that. This goodwill will have to be written off. So I'll consider by Bhavesh capital account and by Chandra's capital account. In which ratio? Old ratio. What is the amount of goodwill? 42,000. In which ratio? Old ratio. What is the old ratio? 42,000 divided by 4 into 3. That goes to 31,500 for Bhavesh, and 42,000 divided by 4 is equal to 10,500 for Chandra. So this 42,000 is getting cancelled and 20,000 is already cancelled by us, so there is no difficulty. Clear? So 42,000 transferred to Bhavesh capital and transferred to Chandra's capital. Partners capital account debit side to goodwill. 31,500 and 10,500 and dash. So now we have completed the first adjustment. Alia shall bring in 20,000 rupees for her share of goodwill. This is general adjustment, cash to goodwill, goodwill to old partners in sacrifice ratio. And because there is existing goodwill in the balance sheet, it will have to be transferred to the old partners capital account in their old PSR. Okay, that is also done. Next, Anju, an old customer whose account was written off as bad, has paid rupees 400 in cash in full settlement of his dues. So what is coming in? Cash is coming in. Who is the giver? Anju is the giver. But please tell me, Anju's account is there in our books, or Anju's account is already written off by us? What is your opinion? Anju's account is already in our books, or Anju's account is already written off by us? I think it is clearly told by the problem that Anju's account is already written off by us. Since it is already written off, we cannot say that Anju is paying it to us. We will have to say who is paying. That person who was written off by us as bad debtor is paying it to us. So generally, for discussing this adjustment in 11th standard, I take a simple example. If Bhavesh and Chandra are partners, just example, on 31st December, Bhavesh went to Chandra's house for the purpose of party. And then on 31st December, since it is midnight, Chandra and Chandra's family told Bhavesh that Bhavesh, stay here only, don't go back to home. Then on 1st January, Bhavesh will come to the office from whose house? From his own house or from Chandra's house? It's obvious he will come from Chandra's house, because at the night he had gone to Chandra's house. Similarly, Anju is our old customer who did not pay. That's why we have transferred Anju to a separate house called as bad debt. So tomorrow if Anju is bringing cash, then Anju is bringing cash from which house? For our purpose, since we have transferred Anju to bad debt account, Anju cannot give the cash to us from her own house. For us, it is as good as cash coming from a bad debtor. It is not a cash coming from bad debt. It is not a cash coming from Anju, but it is a cash coming from bad debtor. So the entry will be cash account debit to bad debts recovered account. If Anju, who is an old customer, her account, if suppose it would have been still there, not written off, in that case I would have considered that is, debtors are already including Anju. If it would have been the case, Anju's account, which is hidden in debtors account, has paid rupees 400, I would have said simple entry, cash account debit to debtor account. But they have told Anju's account is already written off. That means Anju is not hiding in this debtor. Then who is paying? Debtor is not paying, bad debtor is paying. So credit the giver, bad debtor is the giver, entry will be bad debtor account credit. Entry will be cash or bank account debit to bad debtor account. So cash or bank account debit to bad debt recovered account. Bad debt recovered is a profit if bad debt written off is a loss. If bad debt written off is a loss, then bad debt recovered is a profit. Profit should be transferred to P&L account. But this profit is happening at the time of admission. that means it should be transferred to a special account called as revaluation account. So the entry will be, correct entry should have been cash account debit to bad debts recovered if it would have been a normal business. But it is not a normal situation now, it is an admission situation, so we are going to consider cash account debit to revaluation account. I hope everybody has understood the entry. So cash account debit, just a minute, yeah, entry will be cash or bank account debit to bad debts recovered account, that is the revaluation account, to revaluation account. What is the amount? 400 rupees. 400 है ना, check कर लो, yes it is 400. And revaluation account credit side you will write by bank account, bracket में bad debts recovered, bad debts recovered, amount is how much? Amount is 400. Okay, so good adjustment, new type of adjustment, bad debt recovered, normal entries, cash account debit to bad debts recovered account, bad debts recovered at the time of admission, entry is cash or bank account debit to revaluation account. Okay, next one, the market value of land and building be taken as rupees 40,000, so 30,000 to be made as 40,000. जे 30,000 आहेत त्याला 40,000 करायचे आहेत. Whatever is 30,000 that is to be made as 40,000. It means we should add 10,000. 10,000 to be added to an asset. 10,000 to be added to an asset. And cash is not going out, that means it's a profit. Since it's a profit, it should be transferred to revaluation account credit side by building. Amount is how much? 10,000. Next point, workmen compensation reserve is to be increased by 10,000. So workmen compensation fund, whatever is the existing amount, that will have to be increased by 10,000. It's a liability which will have to be increased. Liability increased is a loss. That means we'll have to consider first of all increased by 10,000. So we are talking about what is to be written in inner column. In the inner column it is 10,000. So here we'll consider add appreciation 10,000. Liability increase is a loss. Loss should be debited to revaluation account. I'll consider to workmen compensation reserve account. Okay. Amount is how much? 10,000. Next one, unaccounted accrued income of rupees 200 is to be accounted for. There is some income which we had forgotten to write, unaccounted. There is some income which we have forgotten to write. Now it is necessary for us to write it down. If you want to write it down now, that means you must specify that income is coming in, debit what comes in, cash or bank account debit, cash account debit to income account. That's a simple entry. But they have told no, it is not the cash income which is received but omitted to be recorded. It is that income which is receivable, accrued. The wording is accrued income. It is not yet received. So we can't consider it in our cash or bank account. They have used the word accrued income, unrecorded accrued income, unaccounted accrued income. Accrued means it is not yet received, so I can't debit cash or bank account, but they are telling me to record the income. So income account should be credited, that means P&L account should be credited, but it is at the time of admission, that means revaluation account should be credited. So let me go to my revaluation account. In revaluation account credit side I'll write by unaccounted income. Amount is how much? Amount is rupees 200. Amount is rupees 200. And then second effect, I cannot give the second effect to the debit side of bank account. Then where should I go? I'll directly go to balance sheet asset side. I'll specify accrued income. income receivable is our debtor. Debtors are coming on balance sheet asset side, so this amount will go to balance sheet asset side. I hope everybody has understood the concept. Unrecorded asset is written in the books now. Okay, an asset is increased by rupees 200 and income is recorded to the extent of rupees 200. Next, the capitals of all partners are to be in their PSR, taking old partners total capital as base after adjustment. Total capital of all partners after adjustment. Actual cash is to be paid off or brought in by the partners for adjusting their capital. So first they are telling you capital account of all partners. That means Bhavesh, Chandra and Alia, all partners. Capital account of all partners means capital account of Bhavesh, Chandra and Alia are to be in new PSR. What is new PSR? We have already calculated new PSR. It is new PSR is 12:4:4. I hope everybody has got it. New PSR is 12:4:4. So the capital of all the partners should be afterwards in 12:4:4 ratio. And for this purpose, what are we going to take as base? Taking old partners total capital. Old partners capital is here. 32 and 28 and general reserve and goodwill and old goodwill written off, and yes, one more item is pending from our side. Revaluation account is yet to be closed. The wording of the problem is very clear. Total capital of all partners, taking old partners total capital as a base after adjustment. Since it is after adjustment, we'll have to complete all adjustments first. So there is one more adjustment pending from our side. We are yet to close the revaluation account. Let us close revaluation account first now. So let us find out the total of revaluation account. I think the total of credit side is heavy. 10,000 plus 400 plus 200 is equal to 10,600. Sir, why are you closing revaluation account first? Because number one, the problem is specifying partners capital should be after making all adjustment. Second point, revaluation account is always transferred only to the old partner. So anyway, Alia is not going to get that particular amount. So 10,600 minus 10,000 is equal to 600. This 600 is my balancing figure. I'm going to put it as a balancing figure here. It will have to be given to whom? It will have to be given to Chandra and will have to be given to Bhavesh. And then I'll say to partners capital account. Then I'll divide Bhavesh and Chandra. In which ratio? Old ratio. And what is their old ratio? Their old ratio is 3:1. So I'll consider 3:1. I hope you have not forgotten their old ratio. It was given by the problem. First line 3:1. Okay. So let us divide 600 in the ratio of 3:1. 600 divided by 4. That goes to how much? 150 for Chandra into 3. That goes to 450. So 450 plus 150 is equal to 600. Second effect will be given to partners capital account by revaluation. How much is that? 450 for Bhavesh and 150 for Chandra, and nothing is for Alia. Okay. Now we are having full total of credit side of partners capital after making all adjustments, and debit side also no adjustments are pending. We have considered goodwill adjustment, we have written off old goodwill, we have considered bad debt written off now recovered, we have considered land and building, we have considered workman compensation fund, we have considered accrued income, unaccounted income, and we have considered a net effect of all these different things in revaluation account, that is also transferred. So all adjustments are over. That means the condition given by the problem here, old partners total capital as a base after adjustment, that condition is already fulfilled. Now we can consider that working note number 4, special working note, which is specially designed for this problem. Okay, calculation of capital. How are we going to do it? Particulars. Be with me. I want your full concentration. Total credit after all adjustments. Total credit after all adjustments. Look at Bhavesh capital account. What is the amount of total credit after making all adjustments? Total credit side is 32,000 plus 18,000 plus 15,000 plus 450. That goes to 65,450. So I'll consider a total credit of Bhavesh is 65,450. Okay. Next one. Look at Chandra. Chandra's total credit after all adjustments is 28,000 plus 6,000 plus 5,000 plus 150. That goes to 39,150. So I'm writing here 39,150. What is the total credit of Alia? She has not yet brought in any cash. In fact, that is the reason why are we preparing working note. So the total credit of all the old partners after making all adjustments is 65,450 plus 65,450 plus 39,150 is equal to 1,04,600. Next we are going to say less total debit after all adjustments, and total debit after all adjustments is very easy. Bhavesh is 31,500 and Chandra is 10,500, so that is not a big thing for us. 31,500, no need of totaling, it is already available to us. Alia's debit is 0, so no tension. Let us find out what is the total of all these different things. 31,500 and 10,500. You already know this amount. This amount was nothing but our old goodwill, which is 42,000. So balance after all adjustments, balance after all adjustments is how much? 65,450 minus 31,500. 65,450 minus 31,500, that is 33,950. Okay. Next, 39,150 minus 10,500, that is 28,650. Last one obviously 0, or you can say nil, or you can say dash, and therefore 1,04,000 minus 42,000, that is 62,000. It is 1,04,600. 1,04,600 minus 42,000, that is 62,600. Balance after all adjustments is known to us. Now they have told you that this capital, whatever is there as the old capital of partners after all adjustments, that should be taken as basis, and then the same amount is going to be divided in the partners in their new profit sharing ratio. Expected capital in new firm. The adjustment says capital of all partners are to be in new PSR after taking in what? Old partners total capital as base. So this total capital, what is the total capital? 62,600. That is going to be taken as base by us, and the same amount is going to be expected in the new form, but it should be in their new PSR. That is what they are telling us. So 62,600 will come here. It will have to be divided ratio of expected capital is equal to new PSR (12 is to 4 is to 4) is equal to 20. So in that case you can find out calculation how much capital should be brought in by which person. Think in a simple manner. It is just cross multiplication, pure cross multiplication. What are we saying? The old capital of the entire firm after making all adjustments, Bhavesh 33,950, Chandra 28,650, that means the total is 62,600. This 62,600 should be there in the new firm, but it should be in the new PSR. So 62,600 to be divided in the ratio of 12 is to 4 is to 4, matlab divided in 20 pieces. Out of the 20 pieces, 12 are to be given by Bhavesh. So entry will be 62,600 into 12 upon 20. 62,600 into 4 upon 20, and 62,600 into 4 upon 20. That is how the calculation will be made. So calculation is 62,600 into 12 upon 20. 62,600 into 4 upon 20, and 62,600 cross multiplication, nothing more than that, into 4 upon 20. Let us calculate the amount quickly. 62,600 upon 20, 62,600 upon 20 into 12 is equal to 37,560. 62,600 upon 20 into 4 is equal to 12,520, and 62,600 divided by 20 into 4, obviously it is going to be same, 12,520. Just let us check cross verification. Let us make the cross verification. 12,520 plus 12,520 plus 37,560. Yes, the total is 62,600. That means our calculation is correct. So what is the current situation? I hope you can understand the situation here now. Look into the problem. Bhavesh, total credit is 65,450, debit is 31,500, so his balance after adjustment is 33,950. Chandra, balance is 28,650. Alia is yet to bring in capital. The total capital of the firm after making all adjustment is 62,600, which should be maintained by us, but it should be new PSR. That means Bhavesh capital should remain as 37,560. Chandra's capital should remain as 12,520, and Alia's capital should remain as 12,520. Then we can compare it. What is the exact capital they are already having, and what is the expected capital they are supposed to maintain. Based on that, either they can bring in capital or they can withdraw capital. Look at Bhavesh. His capital is 33,950, whereas his expected capital is 37,560. That means he should add to his capital. He should bring in more amount from his house. The amount to be brought in by him is equal to difference between 33,950 minus 37,560. That goes to 3,610. If he brings in 3,610, then he will create the expected capital in the partnership firm. Look at Chandra. Chandra's existing capital is 28,650, whereas her expected capital is only 12,520. That means Chandra need not bring in anything from the house. She has already brought in more money. She should take it away. So that will be 28,650 minus 12,520. That is equal to 16,130. And look at Alia, her capital is 0, but her capital should be 12,520. That can happen only when she is going to add to her capital, bring in from her house rupees 12,520. So we can specify here, add what? Brought in. Credit to capital account. Why credit to capital account? Because whenever a partner brings in capital, the entry is cash or bank account debit to partner's capital account. So cash or bank is debited and partner's capital account is credited. Similarly, when a partner is withdrawing money, because that partner has kept more money in the business which is not required, then the entry will be partner is the receiver and cash or bank is going out. So partner's capital account debit to capital account, and cash or bank account will be credited. Now a simple verification that if the existing capital after all adjustments is 62,600 and the expected capital is also going to be 62,600, existing capital is 62,600 and expected capital is also 62,600, then whatever is brought in and whatever is withdrawn should be exactly same amount. Only then the 62,600 will remain 62,600. So let us check whether it is possible or not. So I'll specify here, this is dash, this is dash, withdrawn amount is 16,130, and take the total of capital brought in by Bhavesh and capital brought in by Alia, 3610 plus 12,520, that goes to 16,130. So that is correct. Okay, this is how we have solved the question. Very important thing. Now if you want, I'll give you numbering. This numbering not to be written in examination. This numbering is going to be done by you by pencil only in your notebook. it will help you to remember which step we wrote first. Okay, just give me a minute, or you can start writing with me. Take a pencil in your hand and we are going to write the numbers, which particular thing we wrote first. Okay, so this is the thing which I am considering. 1. This is the first thing I wrote. Control C, Control V. This is the first thing I wrote. Okay, this line I wrote first. I hope everybody can understand what I am writing. Okay, this is the first line I wrote. Then I wrote the second line. Please make the marks in your answer by pencil. These numbers are not for exam, but before the exam, when you are going to go for solving the problem on your own as a revision thing, at that time you should not get confused. How did we arrive at the answer? So we are writing down which step we performed first, which step thereafter, and which step thereafter again. Okay, that's what we are doing. So first step was first line, second step was second line, third step was obviously the third line. So this is the third line, then third line, and yes, third line. This is an important thing. It will help you for revising on your own. With me, when you are problem solving, it is all solving the problem, it is always easy. Without me, when you will try to solve the problem, it may become little bit difficult. Okay, so then I'm going to go for this one. This is my point number 4, and this is a special point because I directly jumped from that earlier point here. Okay, then this is my point number 5. This is my point number 5, 5 and 5. I wrote the PSR first. Then this is my point number 6. I calculated the amounts what are applicable, required calculation. This is the thing which I did 6th point. Okay, so this is the 6th point I have done. Write down by pencil. Thereafter I derived this point, point number 7. And lastly I found point number 8. Point number 8, point number 8 and point number 8. Let me change the color because it is something which is different. Okay, so it will be easy for you to understand how the things were calculated. And then there is point number 9 and point number 10. Yes, I hope you can understand now the things properly. Or let me put it point number 9 only, that is more easy. Okay, so these 2 points are done simultaneously, that's what we can say. Okay, if you want, just freeze the screen here, pause the video, write down these numbers properly, so it will be easy for you to understand exactly how did I go for it. Please remember, these numbers are not to be written in examination. This is only for you, so that whenever you are revising on your own, at that time it should be easy for you. So now I know that Bhavesh has brought in 3610, Alia has brought in 12,520. So cash is coming in and Bhavesh and Alia are the givers. As mentioned in the problem, that actual cash is to be paid off or brought in by the partners for adjusting their capital account. Since the adjustment is already telling us wherever required partners will bring in cash and wherever not required partners will withdraw cash, the entry we are going to pass now, that Bhavesh and Alia are bringing in cash 3610 and 12,520. Cash or bank is the receiver, or cash or bank is coming in to Bhavesh capital account, to Alia capital account. Bhavesh amount is how much? Bhavesh amount is 3610 and Alia amount is 12,520. 3610 and 12,520. Okay, second effect will be partners capital account credit side by bank account 3610. Chandra is not bringing in anything, and Alia is 12,520. And look at Chandra is withdrawing. How much she is withdrawing? 16,130. Acha, one more thing, if you want we can do one more thing here, encircle kar denge, so it is easy for the purpose of remembering that these amounts were not given but we calculated these amounts. Okay, Chandra is withdrawing 16,130. Chandra is withdrawing 16,130. Okay, so Chandra is the receiver, debit the receiver, Chandra's capital account debit to bank account 16,130. Okay, good, very nice. Second effect, bank account credit side by Chandra's capital. $16,130. Great. So we have done that. Now all adjustments are over. We have even completed our steps also. Step number 1, open necessary ledger account. 2, transfer of assets and liabilities. 3, capital brought in by partner. We have seen just now, Alia has brought in 12,520. Goodwill is over. Next, revaluation of assets and liabilities is over. Close revaluation account is also over. Last step is close other accounts and tally the balance sheet. Let us go for that. Let us go for closing other accounts. The revaluation account is already closed. Let us close partners capital account. भावेश का टोटल करेंगे. भावेश के टोटल बघा 32,000 प्लस 18,000 प्लस 15,000 प्लस 450 प्लस 3610. The amount is 69,060. Chandra's amount is 28,000 plus 6,000 plus 5,000 plus 150. So our totaling is 39,150. And Alia is very simple, 12,520. Nothing special to be done. Okay, let us write down these amounts on the debit side also, and let us find out the balancing figure. 69,060 minus 69,060 minus what? Yes, I had written Chandra's amount by default, by mistake in Alia's column. That I have replaced. It should go in Chandra's column only. I hope you have not made the same error. Chandra is withdrawing, Alia is not withdrawing anything. Okay, let me come back to our totaling. 69,060 minus Bhavesh 31. 69,060 minus Bhavesh is 31,500. The answer is 37,560. 37,560. Next is 39,150 minus 10,500 minus 16,130 is equal to 12,520. And last one is also 12,520. If you remember properly, you will understand that these are somewhat known figures to us. We had just now calculated these figures in our working note. Look at this working note. What have we mentioned there? In the working note we have mentioned working note number 4, calculation of capital, expected capital in new firm 37,560, 12,520 and 12,520. These are the same amounts which we have derived just now, 37,560, 12,520 and 12,520. These amounts are exactly in their PSR. What is the new PSR? 3:1:1, or you can say 12:4:4. Okay, so this is correct. We have done the working properly. There is no mistake we have done. To balance carried forward. Very good. You can also write here working note number 4. So it will be easy for you to understand that this amount was already available in working note number 4. We'll write these amounts here. Partners capital account 37,560, 12,520 and 12,520. Let us take the total to the outer column. Total is also known to us. There is no need to take extra totaling. 62,600 is the totaling. So I'll take to the balance sheet outer column 62,600. Okay. Next account to be closed is Revaluation account is closed, partners capital account is closed. This is balance sheet, yes, working note, bank account and goodwill account. Let us check the goodwill account. I think goodwill account is tallying at rupees 62,000. So no tension in goodwill account. There is no balance, so it will not come in balance sheet. Look at cash or bank account. Let us take the total. 20 plus 20 is equal to 40. 40,000 plus 400 plus 3610 plus 12,520. That goes to how much? 56,530. 56,530. Out of that we are removing 16,130, which is withdrawn by Chandra, minus 16,130. So remaining is 40,400. 40,400. This is the balancing figure, so I am putting it as in circle by balance carried forward. Since it's a balance, it should go to balance sheet. Balance sheet, I'll write outer column 40,400 plus I'll write the working note number name here, working note number here, working note number 3. Okay, so done. Let us check now whether the balance sheet is telling or not. 40,400 plus 12,000 plus 10,000 plus 20,000 plus 40,000 plus 200, that goes to 1,22,600. And look into the liability side. 62,600 plus 60,000, because 20 and 40 is equal to 60, that goes to 1,22,600. So the balance sheet is tallying. Difficult problem, lengthy problem, big problem. Different adjustments we have considered. See the different treatments. Old goodwill is written off by us by transferring it to the old partners in their old ratio, because the problem is silent. This is not like Nachiket wala problem. Second thing, RDD, there is no adjustment, so we continued with RDD. Third point, workman compensation reserve, we treated like a normal liability. General reserve transferred to old partners. Next one, new goodwill brought in by partner in cash is just like our old adjustment, cash to goodwill, goodwill to old partners in sacrifice ratio, old goodwill to be written off in old ratio. Next one, this is sixth adjustment, very important adjustment. For this adjustment we have done this beautiful working, for which we have written the numbers also. So afterwards, whenever you are interested in checking this working note, it should be easy for you to understand. I hope all of you have understood it. I am very happy that you have completed the problem with me. Lengthy problem, you have kept stamina, good, keep it up. This kind of adjustment may come in examination also, so we'll have to develop now extra practice of the same. So future problems are going to have similar adjustment, that is capital of partners to be in PSR and something like that. So be with me. Now the problem level is changing little bit. This is not a journal problem, this is purely ledger problem, but some calculations are required to be done. Okay, so be with me. Thank you very much for this problem. In the next lecture we are going to be solving the next level of problem. Bye bye.